Okay, so this video is going to be 35 fun facts about fraud that you may or may not know. I'm trying not to make them too obscure, so, you know, you might have a chance of knowing them already.
And this is different to secrets.
This is different to secrets. It's just silly, funny things I've discovered. And if you're wondering why it's 35, that is how many I could think of off the top of my head.
Ah.
Okay, so this is the first little fun fact thing I want to talk about. This, right, you know, you can't really tell who this is.
No.
Everyone's been mentioning, like, oh, okay, it's Lucifer, it's Lucifer. Lucifer's been mentioned in the game twice now, once in a secret terminal, and once in, you know, the Hell book, which we'll get to.
Yes.
However, there could be a different archangel here, called, I believe, Uriel? I don't know, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But there's, you know, you've got Gabriel, God's will, Raphael, God's strength, Michael, God's wisdom, and Phanuel, God's patience. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Lucifer, I believe, is God's kindness, or was God's kindness. And then Uriel is God's light.
Oh.
So it could technically be either of them. But I'm inclined to believe it's Lucifer, since that's the one that's been mentioned in the game before. But I think it's cool that it could potentially be two different people.
What if they merge them in like a
It's
weird
the same
science
person,
mixture?
Lucille. Don't do that.
Lucille.
That's bad.
That's already a ship name.
Okay, so the second silly thing is if we go through this wall, no clip, specifically, because opening this door makes the portals do whatever. You come into this corridor, big ass corridor,
Big.
live Akita reaction.
Two.
I called this was gonna be. I literally said in the day before fraud, watch there be a second life Akita reaction that kills you. Bang! Second life Akita reaction that kills you.
You said you'd like one.
Shush, I called it. That's what we're gonna. I called it.
Okay.
Okay, so the third silly thing I want to point out is Geryon here, right? He flies, and he keeps going, and he keeps going. And he's gonna disappear soon, right? Because, you know, the whole point is he's meant to disappear and fly away into the sun. But what if we just follow him? Is it gonna be like the Minotaur in 7-1, where if you follow him, he just appears, sitting, floating in the void? He's here.
He's here.
He's just chilling here. He will just sit here for the rest of time.
He's not exactly sitting.
He's chilling. He's vibing.
He's vibing.
He's having fun.
I like the torso heads. Torso's head.
He is a boy. Okay, I want to talk about the fact that this goofy goober, you know, this little guy, you know, God,
Glooby guy.
he looks very, very similar to demons in the game. Like, think about it. I wonder if there's any reasoning behind it looking so similar to demons. I wonder if that is meant to imply anything, or if it's just a coincidence that they happened to model God, and it looks the same because it's the same color. You know what I mean?
Color.
It like the stone color.
Oh, it's okay.
It's like a similar shade of like gray to a demon. I wonder if we're all just like hallucinating the fact that God looks a little bit similar to demons.
I had a thought, but I don't know how viable it is. Like, he made hell, and like there's a bunch of demons in hell, and if it's like kind of modeled after God, could it just be like him, like being like, this is everything I hate about me, and so I'm gonna put it somewhat like vent art or something.
Maybe. Actually, you know what? I like that idea. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. I like that idea. That'd be cool. A2 has a ton of secrets. Honestly, the amount of stuff they've packed into this level is crazy.
Yeah.
But starting it off immediately with this little hole in the floor, with the big Hakita is watching you, and then all the little dev plushies working so hard to make the fraud portals work. Ah, look at them. They're trying so hard.
No, why? No.
And then this book's really cute, and it's just like Hakita thanking all the developers for making his like insane fucking portal ideas work. I think this room is very cute.
Very cute.
It's just Hakita acknowledging how hard the devs of this game have worked, because everyone praises Hakita for like the entire game, because he's the creator of the game, and then forgetting like there's so many people working on it with him now. Like the game has grown so much from just one Finnish guy making a game about a robot and some blood.
At least they're hydrated.
So this room,
Oh.
This room is a room behind the supermarket in the nighttime island area, and it's a secret room that doesn't do anything. That in of itself is a nice little fun fact, but an even nicer little funner factor is this room is apparently a reference to an old game Hikita made, which in of itself is referencing something called Twin Peaks.
I don't know what Twin Peaks
The only
is.
Twin Peaks I know is the Mario Kart custom track, and if you get that reference, you're a real one. Throughout this level, there's a bunch of mirrors, and in the mirrors, you can see the Mirror Reaper.
Ooh.
And you can see it multiple times. You can see him very briefly here in this mirror. You can also see him just chilling there behind this door before he quickly little scurries away. And then would you believe, you can see the Mirror Reaper in the mirror of the place where you fight the Mirror Reaper. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's crazy!
What the fuck?
Oh, my friend. So throughout the level, there are all these mirrors with a little V1 on the other side of them, and my gun is...
What?
It's meant to be blue. Interesting. But anyway, so you can see right here, right? Got a little V1 following me throughout the mirror.
Wild.
It can be implied that all of the V1s in these mirrors are actually like a Mirror Reaper in of itself in the mirror, like pretending to be V1. And I say this with little to no proof, I'm going to be honest, but I think this is true because in a later encounter, there's a ferryman who can only be seen in the mirror. It's invisible in that real world. The only enemy that can do this is the Mirror Reaper. So I think the Mirror Reaper is like pretending to be the ferryman there to like fuck with you. And I'm gonna headcanon that this is like the same thing. Like a Mirror Reaper is in this mirror to mess with you.
That would make sense why your gun isn't blue.
It's meant to be blue. It's just broken right now. But I think that would be a cool idea. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know. Lore Masters, tell me if you think I'm right or if I think I'm stupid in the comments. Okay, so I want to take a good look at the Mirror Reaper that's going to come out of this window when we get close to it. Look, the Mirror Reaper, he had little strings on V1 in the mirror, which like I think gives me like further evidence to my whole little conspiracy theory that the V1 in this mirror is a Mirror Reaper.
Oh.
I think there's an invisible Mirror Reaper or something like puppeting the V1 in here. I think that would be cool. Lore Masters, let me know in the comments. I think that's cool. Okay, so the 8-2 challenge says to complete the level upside down. There is no reason I see this to not work for completing the level upside down. As far as I'm aware, this is not the intended method.
This isn't?
However, the only problem is beating the level without it breaking. You need to get to that door. If I walk into this room, I'm going to get stuck. So, in theory, there's probably multiple ways to do this secret, to do the challenge.
Oh, you used a different way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I used a different way to complete the challenge, which I'll show off. So the real way, or at least the way that I found to complete this challenge, was to go through this door up here, and then you can finish the rest of the level upside down like this. Well, if I didn't have a blue skull on me. So that's at least 2 ways I can think of beating the challenge if the first method stops being so buggy.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
Yeah.
So here's another cool thing in this level.
Oh, well.
It shows off Smile OS, how it's like, you know, it's the first blood-powered operating system. And then there's Smile OS 2, which is like, it's a better system, right? Like, you use Smile OS wherever you can to use as little blood as possible, but if you need Smile OS, fine, use Smile OS 2. Then there's Nocturnal Systems. It says it's specialized for wartime. It's unsustainable because it requires harvesting living people, and it's self-adaptive. And it says that you should never, ever use it. What do we know? That's a wartime machine, harvests living things, and is self-adaptive with unknown limits.
Got a man.
No.
No?
V1.
Oh, what?
This
Oh, harvesting. My bad.
might be the operating system V1 uses. And you could stretch this out to, well, if it's specialized wartime machines, how many of the enemies in this game might use this Nocturnal system? You know, what machine enemies are on Smile OS 2, and what ones are on Nocturnal Systems? Because sure, it says use cases never, but V1 is technically a prototype. So
They never used it.
I don't think they would put this in the game without implying that something in the game is using this system. I think, personal headcanon, most of the enemies in the game are probably on Smile OS 2, or the machine enemies, whereas V1, and maybe by association V2, probably on the Nocturnal system, which would explain why V1 is so squishy yet so capable to deal with everything that comes in its way.
Oh.
But I think this is a very, very cool lore tidbit. So this is a thing that you might have missed, right? We're going to ignore the it's in the mirror thing. The flashing newsreel is the thing I'm interested in. It says in backwards text, extinct animal. I think it says revived? Or reappears or something like that. It's basically implying that an animal that was once extinct has been brought back to life, which is important. This will be important later. Keep watching the video. This will be important later. I'm pointing this out for a reason.
This is a special tool we can use for later.
Here's something I made earlier. So here's a cool thing you can do. Vending machine. Coin. Snack.
Oh. Oh, you can. Oh,
That's pretty cool.
that's really
I
cool.
like that. That's funny. And you can put a lot in here and you can get out a lot of snacks. I really want to try this with the Ultra Coins mod and just see if the game breaks.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think that'd be funny. But you can also, fun fact, title of the video, put it on a pedestal. This can softlock you.
What?
If you, like, replace all the pedestals and you put just shit on all the pedestals, apparently people have been saying they've got softlock by doing this because... lol. Because of course they have.
You can't offer a snack?
Can't offer it a snack, unfortunately.
No.
And if you take the snack and you put it in the bin, it's the cycle of life. So the Death Catcher is really interesting. The terminal entry for the Death Catcher essentially says something was looking at an idol and wanted to try making its own. Something heavily implied to be hell. And then what it did was it tried, you know, putting a person, right? You can see like the arms and like the head. It tried putting a person here and it failed massively. And then it split open, then there's like the spine and the heart. And you know, the whole thing is like hell tried to make life. All it could do was make like a feeble imitation of life in the form of the blood puppets. Which I think's really cool. It's like hell is looking at like, you know, life and being like, I want to make that. Presumably so it can torture them forever. But it can't. For whatever reason, it's incapable of making real life. It's incapable of making anything more sophisticated than this. Which I think very, very cool. So in the secret room, with the secret code, there's a secret book.
Book.
There's a book.
Oh.
Easy to miss, because it's hidden.
Oh.
But it's a secret hell book. Talking about Ulysses, talking about some... There's a drone! I hear you.
You don't have to do... Okay.
But the book, it's talking about just some stuff. It's more hell book shenanigans. It's a very cryptic, very, like, poetic almost kind of book. And if anyone knows, you know, anyone has an idea on what the symbolism of this book is, I would be really, really interested to hear it. Again, comments. Let me know what you think of the book. I think this is interesting. There's a sign in the supermarket, and it's backwards, but it says, Do not give in to greed. Take only what you need. Implying, since this is meant to be like a sort of recreation of the new piece, that the new piece wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, right? Like the final war still had everything messed up. There wasn't enough food. So sure, they've got supermarkets, but it's not like now where we can just go to the shop and take whatever the hell we want. If you take whatever you want, there's not going to be enough for everyone else. There's not enough food to go around, even though the final war's ended. I think that's a really cool little piece of like lore nugget right there. And there's more. There's more. There is more to suggest that it's scarce. This says stay fresh.
Stay frugal.
Fix them. Oh, stay frugal. Fix them first. Imply like, and it's got clothes, right? It's like, okay, before you buy new clothes, fix your clothes first. We don't have enough clothes. You just be buying clothes and throwing them away willy-nilly. Again, implying that the new piece had really bad resource scarcity, or at least enough resource scarcity to where like people had to ration things, you know? Which, again, cool lore in the background that's very easy to miss. So behind these unbreakable planks, you no-clip through, there's a real teeny tiny door. And behind the teeny tiny door is a sleeping Filth with a little guy man plushie.
That's a plushie?
I implied it's a plushie, I suppose.
I guess.
And under his car, he's got little cars under his bed.
Oh!
Look at him. And he's just chilling. He's chilling. He's a little sleepy boy.
He's an eepy boy.
This clock, just like a lot of the other clocks in this game, shows your accurate time. So you can see now it's 1:15. It's a bit late. The clock is backwards though.
Oh.
Because it's fraud. Okay. So if you actually want to know what the time is properly, go look at this one.
Wow.
I think that's cool.
That's cool.
Because like, you know, you'd look at this clock, you take one look at it and be like, oh, okay, the time's just wrong. But no, the clock's just mirrored. So in 8.3, if you get the 1-1 spawn, you'd probably be tempted to throw a coin at this. And then the Cerberus dies. This doesn't mean, though, that there isn't a secret exit in this room. It's still here. There's actually another one right there.
What do you mean?
And if you go into the secret exit, it works. And boy oh boy, does it send you to 1-S. And if you beat 1-S after going to the secret exit in 8-3, oh boy, it takes you back to 1-1. Actual 1-1 this time. I'm actually surprised by how many people don't know this, but the first room in 8.3 is random. It can be randomized between 04, 11, 02, and 5.3. That took a really long time for a 25% chance. Powers are really interesting. They're really interesting.
Mm.
They're angels, but as you can see, their arms just kind of float in there.
Oh, the one arm.
And they've only got, you know, the one wing. It's because they might be angels, but they don't have complete bodies. So the golden arm is a fake arm that they created to make themselves, you know, feel less shame about their fake bodies that aren't fully, you know, formed. That's why they got the little fake golden arm. Powers have also been trained by Gabriel, which is really funny because it's why they're so full of themselves. Like the actual lore reason for why they're like such like, assholes and like they taunt you sometimes. Let me try getting one to taunt me. Well, I parried it, lol. Yeah, see, this one's taunting me. This is canonically because they were taught by Gabriel, and Gabriel is full of himself. Which I think is very funny.
That's really funny.
Now, another thing to know about the powers is they fight one at a time, taking it in turns. See, that one's on its attack, so now this one does its attack. But they never fight together. This is because they've been taught not to fight together to avoid friendly fire, which makes sense. They've also been taught not to fight together, so it's very clear who gets the glory of the kill. I'm serious. That's like actually like half of the reason.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they fight like that. And I think the very interesting thing is when they're not pissed off. When they're pissed off, they don't care anymore.
Oh.
Because, you know, they're mad at you.
No.
But if you attack one out of turns, this one's going to attack me first. So if I attack this one, it says, you know, like, wrong one or pay attention, and they're both fighting me.
Wow.
Because they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you fighting, you know? Why are you fighting the wrong one? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, fight us one at a time. And then they both start fighting you. Now in here, is this layer's Agony and Tundra? They're Ferrymen this time, and it's Rudrashka and Agonis. You might notice, there's only one Ferryman. As I mentioned earlier, it's my little conspiracy theory that the second Ferryman is a Mirror Reaper. Look at him there.
Look at him.
Where is he? It's my little theory that this is some kind of Mirror Reaper. Because, well, what else? Also, I've just noticed, if I shoot into this, it reflects, like, exactly where you would expect it to reflect.
Oh.
So it hits the Ferryman.
Ooh.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
That's really cool how they've done that. Because, like, look, like, no matter where I shoot, it'll hit the Ferryman because of how it reflects.
Oh, shit.
I've only just noticed that. That's sick. You get a bonus fun fact.
Wow.
That's fucking sick.
That's really cool.
That's really fucking cool. But in here is the real big stuff. We've got this book, which I mentioned earlier about, like, the extinct animals. This book talks about successfully cloning pigs. And it's talking about how, like, ooh, we're cloning cows, we're cloning pigs. Pigs and cows have been dead for 200 years at this point. The final war killed them all. So it's like, it's bringing these animals back from extinction. And I think another way, someone in my comments mentioned this, I think it's a really cool way to look at it. Humans are bringing animals back from the dead. They're creating life. Just like how God created life. But hell can't create life, like how we see with the Death Catcher. Hell tries its best to create life, but it can't. Whereas humans, well, there we are. They've made life. They've done it. They've brought something back from the dead. Which I think, very interesting implications. And then there's a picture of a cow.
Moo.
And then, just in case that wasn't enough fun facts for you, Hellbook number 2, Hidden in the Mirror. This one, referencing Lucifer. Oh my god. Big money. Big money. Now the space section. The coolest part of the level. The coolest part of the layer, honestly.
Space.
A bunch of stuff you may not have noticed about this little area. This is the solar system.
What the fuck?
It's just a really wonky solar system. So we have the sun.
Oh shit.
We have Jupiter. We have Saturn. We have what I assume is Venus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Down here, I think that's Mercury.
Okay.
That's Mars. And this is the big one. It's the moon. And it's the Earth. Like, if you look down, you can see, like, that's Africa. That's the Middle East. There's Italy. But importantly, look at how it's all grey.
Oh, okay, I was thinking it looks a little fucked up.
It's all grey. Which is the same as how it's all grey in the Act 2, like, ending cutscene, where Gabriel's on the moon, you can see Earth in the background and it's grey. It's, like, dead and it's grey. But I think it's really cool how this contrasts the Earth model on the God statue, which is very colourful.
Yee.
Because it's implied that, you know, God's just made Earth, it's still alive, it's fresh. Whereas this is, well, I assume this is hell putting the Earth there to, like, mock humanity, be like, look at your planet. Your planet's dead. There's nothing left on your planet. I could be reading way too much into it. It could just be a very cool set piece, but I think that would be a cool interpretation.
That'd be a cool interpretation.
Either that, or hell just put it like that, because that's what Earth looks like.
Dang.
But either way, I think it's really cool how we're just in the solar system.
Yeah.
However, where is Venus? Not Venus. Where is Uranus and Neptune? Those are random comments.
I was trying to, like, look at them, see if they were.
I don't see Uranus or Neptune. Which, I don't know. I think it's just kind of strange to have all of the planets except for Uranus and Neptune. If there's a reason for that, I would love to know. There's a really funny thing here. In this elevator, you can only go up. Try going down? Nope.
Nope.
Now this bit, you know, it looks like you're falling infinitely. The game says, oh, extended free fall. Oh, you're falling a really long time. No, you're not. It's just the walls are moving. It's the same illusion that the 7-1 infinite tram sequence has, where it's just the walls keep moving.
Oh.
I hate to burst your bubble, but there's no infinite freefall here.
No.
Now, this guy. Geryon. I don't like the boss. But we're not here to talk about how good the boss is. This guy is described in the terminal as a failed experiment. Presumably by hell.
Yeah.
Presumably. It's a failed experiment because it's trying to put multiple consciousnesses into one being. And it didn't really work. So they all end up not being able to communicate with each other.
Oh.
But they can still control it individually.
Oh, that's weird.
And over, like, however many years it's been down here, you know, impossible to tell, they've managed to just learn how to be really efficient. So some of them use the bow to kill sinners. They kill sinners. And it's implied that unlike other demons, where they kill sinners for sport, Geryon's killing them out of mercy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
And then, you know, it can kill sinners with its bow, it can defend itself, it can do multiple attacks at the same time, because there's multiple people in it. But, because it's so janky, every so often, it will get tired, which is the cooldown period in the boss where you can go close to it and attack it. I think that's really cool.
Dang.
Anyway, just as an extra thing, it's implied that after Geryon, Leviathan was a successful attempt at putting multiple consciousnesses into one being. Which I just think is a nice little tidbit. Anyway, back here, there's a door. And through the door are some developer plushies.
Wow.
Look at them go. Look at them go. They're all backstage. They're all having a whale of a time after making all the portals. Man, look at them go. Wow. And over here,
What?
there's some statues.
Oh.
There's a statue of power, a statue of the mirror gremlin, a statue of a death catcher, and a statue of Providence.
Wow.
I have absolutely no idea why these guys are here. And that was a bunch of weird, interesting, niche things I found while playing Fraud that I thought were cool. And hopefully you thought were cool as well. You want more of this? Let me know. And I'll try doing out some more stuff. I'll try finding more. I can try my best.